case you're wondering what the rush was to get off the phone, well, ladies and gentlemen, we ordered Domino's pizza.
Fuck you.
For myself. Unfortunately, the doc cannot have any, but I'm having it because I didn't eat dinner tonight. So, and anyway, so I'm right now. We're just gonna wait till when the show's over, and then I'm gonna have it, and Mark is on his way out. It'll probably be cold by then, but I guess I ordered it too early. But anyway, as we're saying, today's show is sort of sad and I'm really a little bit of a loss for words as to what to say. We're probably going to play a few more religious songs.
You know, there's a blessing here. How to send absent healing. Since Meredith isn't here, she's absent from our presence. Maybe I should read this.
Sure.
Sit quietly, breathe deeply, and ask to be channeled for divine light, love, and healing energies. If you know what the sick person looks like, and we do, visualize her, in this case, standing in front of you. Always see her as whole, healthy, and happy. Well, that's certainly the way we always want to remember our loved ones. Breathe in the divine light, and as you breathe out, see white light fill and surround the person who requested the healing. In this case, it's Felix and I, Felix's family, my wife, and my family, all requesting this healing. Ask the healing angels to wrap the person in the wings of love and healing energies. If you do not know we know what the person looks like, so let's skip this part. But that's just a brief prayer that we want to share with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And also want to say is, let's see if I can do another healing prayer. If you don't mind. This is the night prayer of healing. As this time has ended and prepared to rest, focus my energies to heal. Well, it says my body, but I guess actually her body while she sleeps. Fill her dreams with beautiful images and sounds. Sort the thoughts of her mind into orderly files. Make her ready for tomorrow, ready for renewed strength to return to her healing body. Peace to return to her mind and spirit. Laughter to return to her lips. Okay, so I had to modify it because it was actually, I didn't realize what the prayer was. I was thinking it was something else. Hope, fragile, luminous, buoyant, fill me now. Bring your gifts of optimum faith, and positively grow strong within me. Today and every day, increase my connection with those around me. Balance my moods with lightness of being, and touch all those I meet with blessings. Hope, fragile, luminous, and buoyant, fill me now. Humble and expand my heart with openness, making me compassionate, relaxed, kind, aware of many blessings I have each day, making me a better and more human person. Hope is a gift that passes through me to others. And we also have here, try to think if there's anything else here that I want to read. Bless this day with healing. Bless it with radiant sun energy. Fill each cell of the body, bringing a flood of healthy energy to all the body, banishing illness and disease as healing grows. May the abundant powers of health flourish within. Each day, may they expand and grow stronger, bring in the gifts of vitality, strength, and well-being. Blessings flow now with ample energy and happiness.
And may we all say amen.
Amen. Anyway, we're all just...
Well, we're hoping... Oh, by the way, our number, 646 595 3275. Call us up. Give us a call. Let us know if you've ever been at these crossroads, how you handled it. Did you ever have a doctor approach you when discussing the health of a loved one and say, well, there's always prayer? Obviously, that's why hospitals have chapels in them. It gives the families a place to seek quiet and solitude. Try to invoke prayers to the Almighty if that's what they believe in, or it's a place where they could commune with their thoughts and pray within themselves for guidance and hope that there is some sort of a positive resolution.
Also, this is the first time ever, with my wife going back and forth to the hospital, that a chaplain came in to visit her. Sort of...
Took one look at you and said, you're the devil.
Yeah, basically. When I saw her, I realized this is serious. Yeah.
And you'd be surprised, ladies and gentlemen. I know my father had many discussions with the rabbi before he passed away. And, he was more or less resigned to the fate that was in store for him. My dad was 84 at the time, however. And, he said it would probably be a great shock for the family. But he had already accepted whatever God's will was. And he said it would be a shock for us, which it was. I mean, even though we expected it. I recall some almost 40 years ago, 30 some odd years ago, 38. My grandmother, my wife's mother, passed away. And she had more or less realized what was wrong with her. This was before everybody had computers, and she did a lot of online searches and research, and as well read as she was, until the doctor tells you that you have cancer, in her case pancreatic cancer, which, as you know, is a death sentence in itself. There's always that little bit of hope remaining. And in the case of multiple myeloma, which is what Felix's wife has, it's very painful, and we hope that she can be as comfortable as possible. We try not to think about the end, but we hope that she will be as comfortable as possible. And that's the story. There's still politics. Politics goes on. We're expecting on Sunday a big announcement from Hillary Clinton. Hillary is mulling over, she has been for a while, keeping everybody on pins and needles, whether or not she's going to advance to the next round and declare for the presidency. So we'll see what happens. If you listen to the news, you know that there was another shooting of an unarmed black man running away from a policeman by a South Carolinian police officer, and he was fired at 8 times. He was hit 5 of those times. And really the question was, did it warrant shooting in the first place? The man was already tasered. He didn't look like he was running very fast. It looked more like he was lumbering away from him. And the cop looked like that he was in pretty decent shape. He could have overcome him rather quickly, overpowered him. Of course, you don't want to... it's certainly not for me or anyone else over the radio to say what was necessary. And, I mean, we weren't there. We don't know. But it's, to me, my own opinion, it seemed like excessive force.
Well, they're charging the guy with murder, so a lot of people must agree with that.
What?
They're charging the cop with murder.
Well, no, I agree. I know. Of course, now, there seems to be an explanation as to why the man was running away, which certainly, it's when you think about it, it's ridiculous. The man owed $18,000 in child support, okay, which in itself is enough to make somebody run. But if that was your only crime, okay, look what the outcome was. Not to mention, it's almost ironic. He owed $18,000 in child support, but he was driving a Mercedes-Benz. Now, again, not for me to say. It could have been a lease car. I mean, maybe he owned it. Who knows?
Was it
but
new,
if he had
old?
money,
I don't know.
if he had money for a Mercedes-Benz, certainly he should be able to.
Was it a new car, an old car? I don't know.
Well, it didn't look none the worse for wear. I'm sure it wasn't brand new. Okay, but the bottom line is, if you owe $18,000 in child support, it would seem to me that your first obligation would be to your family, former family, and children, if any. But, we're waiting for people like Al Sharpton to say that just takes attention away from what actually happened. And nobody is saying that, the way the police handled it was the right way to do it, obviously. The man was unarmed and he was running away from the policeman. So how the cop could say that he was afraid for his life is beyond me, And then in San Bernardino, California today, state troopers apprehended a man. He stole a car, then he stole another car, and when they finally caught up with him, they started beating him. First there was 2 cops, and then 2 more cops came, and then 2 more cops came, and a couple of them took a rest in between beating this guy. Okay. The only difference was this guy was white. Okay, but if he stole a car, imagine being on the ground, trying to cover yourself, and being pummeled by kicks and punches from the police along with their nightsticks. And I have to tell you, my son is a cop, and I've seen those nightsticks, and they are very heavy, and they can
do a lot of harm.
Exactly. So, again, a lot of things happening, I mean, it's sometimes it's common sense. We don't know what goes through somebody's mind at the time that these things are happening. But a common sense approach to me would make such a difference. Okay? I mean, I'm at a loss.
Sir, drop your weapon. Put your hands on your head and get down on the ground.
All right,
you are going to be placed under arrest.
Well, cut it right there, because that's basically what you should do. When the police asked for, the Mr. Scott's license